Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today we come back with a series that has been 5,000 years since we have recorded due to mitigating factors.
Yeah.
So we are back with our, what the fuck did we even call this? A hot take. That's right, it was a hot take.
Hot take.
Right. So it's a hot take that's two and a half months old.
Yeah, what was the last hot take we did? Like Terminator? It was either the Terminator or Sonic.
Maybe Sonic. I don't remember. Point is that we are back with, well, a new movie, which you can see from the title and the thumbnail and the background that's on the screen.
Yeah.
So, what is our movie of the week? Which is not going to happen next week. Do not expect this to be a weekly series.
This was Godzilla vs. Kong, the new one, not the old not 90s.
Yeah, the
60s.
Sure,
one.
Whatever. Okay.
Whenever it came out.
Yeah. Okay. So as I think we did in the old ones, which I can't remember.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say let's start out and just give our opinion on whether or not we think it's good, and then we'll go into what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So did I think the movie was great? Absolutely. Like, I thought it was just as good as the last movie, if not better.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know what the critical consensus was for the last movie? Like,
last movie, what the critical consensus was Godzilla defeated. Well, it was supposedly Godzilla defeated all the alpha monsters that tried to take his territory, in quotes, and Ghidorah was trying to upset the natural balance since it was an alien, so Godzilla took him out.
No. I was just saying. I don't remember if the major audiences were like, this was a great movie or this was like not that good. I don't remember what most people said about
understand. People who are definitely fans of the movie went ballistic.
Okay, which is pretty normal.
So
okay, yeah, Here's the thing. I would definitely agree that I think this was a good movie. If you have not seen it yet because of the same mitigating factors, we couldn't see it for a month and a fucking half or 2 months and a half, however long it's been since this movie first came out. Because movie releases are a bit confusing right now. Check it out. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
You like the rest of these movies?
It was either this movie or Mortal Kombat, and guys,
well, we could have seen Raya the Last Dragon, or was that the only Disney-esque movie out? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, there were other movies. They just would have fucked over our schedule even worse. But we had time to make this one barely, so we made it. Okay, so we've given our opinion on the movie. Good movie. Go watch movie.
Good.
If you do not like spoilers, you should stop watching now. Yeah. We hope you don't stop watching now. But if you don't like spoilers,
or if you don't care.
No.
If you don't care about getting spoilers.
No, if they don't care about getting spoilers, they should continue watching. If they do care about it, they should stop watching now. So, my actual critical thoughts of the movie. I think this was a good movie. I am concerned that I'm concerned that they don't have anywhere to go after this movie. Because the problem they did with this movie was that it was a very good movie, but it was 3 different movies in one movie. Because they simultaneously did Godzilla and Kong, Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla and Mechaghidorah. All in one fucking movie. How the fuck are they supposed to continue this damn movie from this?
Yeah,
they did
guys,
all of them in one.
Those of you who watched and those of you who know the series, Mechagodzilla is in this movie.
Yes, but Mechagodzilla is being piloted by the skull of Ghidorah, which by the end just makes it Mechaghidorah.
That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, so it's just like, so now they're the same thing. Well, that just took one of the took one of the villains away.
It just took one of the greatest ideas away.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do now?
Honestly, they might enhance on it. I think they still might do. They could still do that.
Yeah, probably somebody in the company will come back and they'll enhance it, and it'll actually turn into real Mechagodzilla and not Mechaghidorah.
I think the director is just giving us bullshit. I think literally they're treating this movie as basically like Endgame.
Yes, they did exactly the same thing as Endgame, where this is the culmination of basically all the stories up till now. What the fuck do we do now?
I bet the director was not necessarily lying out of his teeth.
By the way, guys, for any context, because you might not have this, we had to actually leave the movie before an in-credit scene because we had to go get food. And when we were looking up what the in-credit scene was, it turned out there wasn't one. And the director said that their reasoning for not doing that was that basically this was the culmination of the movies up till now. They didn't really have a solid direction on where to go, and they weren't even certain they were going to continue making movies, depending on what the critical consensus of the movie was. They didn't know what the audience was going to think about it. So that they were like, we didn't do an end-credit scene because we actually used the footage we were going to use for the end-credit scene in the movie itself, and then we didn't want to film another one because we weren't sure we'd keep making them. Which I'm going to assume means that what they probably did was they were originally going to make this just be Mechagodzilla. And then they introduced the Ghidorah plot. And they were like, okay, so I'm betting that was the end credit scene they were going to have. Or reverse. That they were going to only do Mechagodzilla, or they weren't going to do Mechagodzilla, and that was going to be the end credit scene. Either way, I don't know which, if it was Ghidorah or Mechagodzilla was going to be the teaser, but it was going to be one of them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
because the original Mechagodzilla, this is why I hated this new one a little bit. Like, I like the design of the new one; it looked fucking cool.
Yeah, it looked like Godzilla, but as a mech. It's a mecha.
But here's why I hated this new one.
Yeah,
the Ghidorah skull. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, they pulled a Transformers. They did the whole, we're using Megatron's head to create new Autobots to reverse engineer their DNA. It's like, what the fuck?
It's sort of like how the original Mechagodzilla worked.
Yeah.
Sort of. Because the original Mechagodzilla was made from the bones of a dead Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, so the big thing in this movie was that, the reason Kong is able to keep up with Godzilla is because of his damn axe. That axe was totally made out of one of the scales of either that Godzilla or a different one, right? That had to have been a Godzilla scale.
Yeah, that would have made so much
there's no fucking way that isn't what that is. So,
I want to say Kong's ancestors used to battle.
Yes,
Godzilla's
well, and they'd said that was the movie's premise, that, in the past, their ancestors had fought because there can only be one alpha. And, so yeah, I'm relatively certain.
And the new generation's like, I respect you, bro.
The new, for ultra spoilers for how the movie ends, basically it's neither bows to either one, and they just walk away saying, fuck it, we're just gonna ignore each other.
Pretty much.
Just fuck this whole there can only be one bullshit.
Yeah. So, and also...
stay in your home. I'll stay up here.
Kong has a new home, and it's not Skull Island.
Well, yeah, it's Kong's skull inside the planet.
Yeah. Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the Hollow Earth thing was interesting. I'm like, so this is where...
I like the visuals of it. It's like, oh, that's cool. There's, there's the land up top and the land down bottom, and it's like there's just this literal ring of rocks that just stay right there. It's like, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm like, well, this is giving us so many new ideas, because they could come up with new kaiju that was formed in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Or they could introduce kaiju from the past movies there too.
Exactly. Well, they already were doing that, because that was the whole point of why the fuck do they have these eggs?
Yeah, that was...
Did they even do anything with that plot?
Skull crawlers?
Yeah, did they ever actually do anything with that plot?
The whole point of the skull crawlers were they were test dummies for the Mechagodzilla.
I guess. But it's just like, they kind of abandoned it. It's like, yeah, they had the Mechagodzilla test against something, but they never really connected it with, that's why they're sending the eggs here. They never really said anything about it. It was just like, oh, we're going here because the eggs are going here.
Nope, they are just
Mechagodzilla kills something and they never bring it up again.
Yeah, no, they're just all test dummies.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
See, I was assuming that they were I was assuming that they were going to go a completely different route with it, where they had all the eggs because they were trying to like reverse engineer them, basically, to like reintroduce them or something like that, to have new kaiju. Like,
No.
but no, apparently not. Or fuck it, they could have just been trying to do it to revive Ghidorah, but no.
But here's what pisses me off. So the whole thing about the Ghidorah skull,
Yeah.
they literally had a dead Godzilla like skeleton they could have used for the basis of this new Mechagodzilla. Because in the first movie, they find a dead skeleton of a, Godzilla.
I mean, you're right.
With the pods. Like, you literally had a skeleton right there.
I mean, look, you're right. But the whole reason the whole thing was, it wasn't the skeleton, it was the fact that the argument they made was that basically Ghidorah's skull, because it was specific to Ghidorah. It's because Ghidorah is infinitely self-replicating and can regrow its heads, that its skull specifically can't die. So it was a living supercomputer because its cells were still regenerating. They just couldn't like actually reform Ghidorah.
Yeah.
So that was their whole argument.
I got that argument.
Bones.
I got that argument, but here's the thing.
So, but
it's
yeah,
like
I agree
if you
with you.
have that, if you have a skull of Ghidorah, then
why not just make
do
Mechagodzilla?
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, why the fuck go?
And honestly,
why not go that route since you've already introduced
you want to know why?
that?
You want to know why? Because they're going to save it for a future movie.
They can't. They just did it. What are they gonna do? Hey, they're gonna do the same plot with the same fucking skull again?
Do you not know what Mechagodzilla is?
I know Mechagodzilla exists. I'm just saying.
Do you know how it came to exist?
Look, I'm just saying that they clearly had Mechagodzilla being possessed by Ghidorah. It was effectively already Mechagodzilla. I'm not saying that they can't, I'm not saying it's not possible to do it again. I'm just saying that that's sort of already now been a plot, so it's gonna be weird if they do it again, because you just sort of did that.
Here's the thing about Mechagodzilla. Not only is it an alien, but it is a time traveler.
Fucking what?
Mechagodzilla is not made in our day and age, it's made in the far future. And they send it back in time just so they can kill Godzilla.
Fucking why?
That's what Mechagodzilla is. So they could still technically do that.
Sure, I guess.
Speaking of which, director, I know you're not listening to this video.
Yeah, you are. Well, I mean, the director clearly was on a video answering the question of why they didn't do an in-credit scene, but I doubt he's watching.
But you want to know where you could go with this? First off, Mechagodzilla, which is one.
Again,
two, Space Godzilla.
Yeah. It's like, you have a whole pantheon. Do something with it.
Freaking Destroyer, who awakens however many years, I don't remember how long it is. Destroyer, he awakens to destroy basically all of civilization, and Godzilla has to compete with him. Yeah.
I'm sure Younger Bro can go through many names, because he basically is an encyclopedia of this fucking universe.
They have this robot that can become a kaiju as well, and he can help Godzilla fight other.
Isn't that basically just the alpha human thing, the human alpha from the last movie, but just actually as a robot?
Yeah, imagine. Imagine a robot that could just turn itself into a kaiju and fight others. But anyways, literally you have all this idea. And a better one. Here's a better one. Godzilla Melee. I can't remember what it's called. Destroy All Monsters. They could literally take the idea from that game and do it as a movie.
Yeah.
And guess what? They technically did. They did that.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think they have other places to go. We'll see if they make more movies. We'll see.
I
We'll
think
see if the fan base,
yeah, I hope the fan base
basically
does,
if the movie does well enough.
Yeah, I hope the movie does do well enough because I do want to see more of these movies. I really do.
We'll see what happens.
But
yeah, I think that was most of the movie that we really needed to talk about.
I thought it was interesting that Kong learned signed. Like this new Kong is so much
Kong
better
is,
than
yeah,
any
this
other
Kong is
iteration.
like legitimately actually intelligent. Like very intelligent.
Like
just like, oh yeah, I can learn sign language to communicate with people. Just don't tell them. Oh wait, it's plot relevant. Please tell them.
Yeah, like this King Kong is so much better than any other iteration of him. Like, is so great.
I was saying in the movie though, because in part of it they were taking Kong on a ship, and they were having to dodge where Godzilla normally was to get Kong to the Arctic or the Antarctic.
I don't know.
And then Godzilla attacks, and they're like, "Oh, how's he good? How is he with flying?" And they fly him there. It's like, why didn't you fucking do that to begin with?
You idiots! You could have avoided
if you
that
knew
fight entirely.
that Godzilla was going to attack him if he went via water, why the fuck didn't you just do that to begin with?
Fucking idiots. So,
but it would have taken a while, and he would have woke up, and he'd be pissed off. But fucking hell.
Yeah, just that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the fight was cool.
The fight was cool.
Like, I loved how just King Kong just decked Godzilla in the fucking face so many times. Like, it's always a fucking face.
Why is it always the goddamn face?
The fights were freaking incredible. And then when Godzilla and King Kong teamed up, I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah, as soon as they revealed that there was another creature, as soon as it became excruciating.
Oh yeah, no, I figured that out by the end.
Mechagodzilla existed. Again, guys, for anyone because I don't think I said this, when they were talking about, because they introduced that there was going to be something that this company was doing. I was like, oh, it's gonna be Mecha, it's gonna be Mechagodzilla, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, I still consider myself right because they basically did that. It's just not that Mechagodzilla. It's a different Mechagodzilla, but it was still technically Ghidorah. Point is, as soon as they revealed that, I was extremely like, oh yeah, okay, so obviously they're gonna fight, and then they're going to not fight at the end. They're gonna team up to kill this thing and just leave each other alone. Because obviously.
Yeah, I honestly, if it would have ended any differently, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I think there could have been another thing they could have done. Oh, what was it? Okay. The original thing I thought was going to go down was Kong was going to die of, like, wounds. And then
bring Mecha Kong.
No. I thought Godzilla was going to fight Mechagodzilla.
Oh yeah.
On his own, but
I think the way they did it was the best way to.
I thought this new Godzilla, like our normal Godzilla, I thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
And then they bring in another Godzilla.
They bring in Mechagodzilla to kill. Another one. Just another one.
I mean, they did that in the Destroyer movie. One of the old movies had Godzilla die, and then a bigger, more powerful Godzilla took his place and just utterly wrecked Destroyer. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I think in this universe, it's very unlikely that there's going to be more Godzillas.
I mean, there technically is more than one, but
yeah. Well, because didn't you talk about at one point that like the kaiju are technically part of the Earth's like a part of Earth's like existence.
That's
so like Mothra has to come back at some point because of like
we heard Mothra's voice. Yeah, Mothra technically can reincarnate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought that was just a thing with all of the kaiju. That's just like part of the cycle that they constantly keep reincarnating.
It's only Mothra and Bathra.
Cool.
Anyway, here was the other idea they could have went. Gamera versus Godzilla. As a movie.
But I mean, I guess.
Gamera and Godzilla have never ever met on screen. Ever.
How is that possible?
I know, right? And they were gonna have a new Gamera movie, but I think it's in development hell.
Yeah. So yeah, director, get on that.
Yeah, there you go. There's your next arc. Godzilla versus fucking Gamera.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I've completely exhausted everything I can possibly say about this movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
Figure out something to go from here.
Try to get this movie to trend so the director can see it and see how bullshit his
pretty sure it's already
claim
either
was.
trended or not. You guys will probably tell us if you liked it or not. Given the fact that we always like these movies and everyone always hates the movies we like, probably everyone hated this movie.
I'm sure there'll be eventually a movie we hate, but
Sonic 2 is gonna come out. So
it might, yeah, that might piss us off.
See, I'm still gonna be pissed off about that movie, because they keep showing they've shown the screenshots and shit, and it seems like it's very likely they're gonna have Knuckles in it. I'm like, but you have to save Knuckles for Sonic 3 so that you can call it Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah,
you can't not put him. You can't not introduce him in Sonic 3.
Dumbasses.
Like you have to. You can't.
Yeah.
But the meme.
Yeah.
So, anyways, getting back on this movie. So yeah, that's it for this video. Go watch this movie. See you on the next hot take whenever the fuck it happens.
Goodbye.